you're talking about 3-month ramp, and then it's important to clarify here for the audience, because I talk to a lot of teams that are like, yeah, it's a 3-month ramp, and what you're actually experiencing as a rep is, even though in theory it says it's a 3-month ramp, there's an important delay between you booking a meeting and the meeting being performed. That could take, if you're good, and what SDR should always do is pitch it for the next day or the next 2 days.
Right.
However, I hear most SDRs pitch it for the next week, and sometimes be like, oh yeah, we can totally meet next month, and then they, like, the sales cycle just gets ruined. And then the other thing is, after the meeting gets performed, sometimes it takes another week or two for the AE to make it a qualified opportunity. So there's actually a month that, like, December, you're actually just getting the meetings that you booked in November to see if they're qualified. If you started in September, then your month would have been two months. You have 2 weeks where you're not calling. So now you're down to 6 weeks. And even within those 6 weeks, like, you haven't even gotten a lot of cold calling training or whatever. You kind of weren't given script. So in those 6 weeks, you're going from, hey, I'm starting to make my first call, to now I need to be booking as many opportunities as anybody else. I would say that's really short for a mid-market / enterprise company. But it is what it is. If you're a CEO or a CRO of a company, you're gonna look at your team and say, we need to ramp people faster. And then the way you do it is you just shorten the ramp in terms of quota. You're like, oh yeah, your quota will just go up faster. And you're not thinking about those delays. So for them, they're like, we have a 3-month ramp. They're actually giving their SDRs a 6-week ramp. So it's impressive that you've hit those numbers. I'd be curious. It's probably hard for you to know if you know this, but I'd be curious to hear how many reps, when they get onboarded, they go over quota during those months. Something interesting to look at.
I'm not sure what the number is for the whole team, but I know me and then the one other rep that was onboarded after me, both of us were over quota during our ramp period. So.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.